Hey guys, I'd like to welcome you back to the continuation of our configuration on this lab router on a stake. So as you remember from the last lab, we had all this good stuff going on here. Um, our PCs pulling their IP addresses from the router here, which is serving also as a DHCP server. The same goes for this PC. It pulls it, as you can see, DHCP is enabled here. It pulls its IP address from this DHCP server. So what we want to do for today on this lab, we're going to expand the network. Basically, we're going to add a couple of additional PCs to the network and have those PCs pull their IP addresses from the DHCP server. So you want to add this device here, add this one right here. There you go. And then we add an additional PC to this management VLAN. They may be in the same office, but different users basically. That's why VLANs is a number to use. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cable them, and then we use a straight through cable. Fast Ethernet 0 goes up here. Now what you want to do, you want to pick a port that is assigned to that VLAN. So in my case, as we can see, we have ports 02 through 09, which is assigned to corporate VLAN 10. So that's why I'm going to pick a port. So I'm going to pick port 3 and down fast forward. The same goes for the sales VLAN. As you can see at 10 through 19, those ports belong to VLAN 20. So 10 is in use, so I'm going to pick the next available within that range, which is 11. For the management VLAN, I didn't configure DHCP for that network address, so we'll have to go in and statically assign an IP address to that computer. So we want to do 19. Sorry, that will be 21. The next step is you go on a PC, desktop, IP configuration, and you do DHCP. They should automatically pull an IP address from the DHCP server, giving it a proper IP address within the range of the corporate VLAN. So as you can see, 10.0, 10.0 is the network. 192.168.10.13, the next available IP address available within the range according to the DHCP server. So that is good. Next, we're gonna do here desktop IP configuration and do DHCP. We should put an IP address as well. So if we take a good look at this configuration down here, 20.13, 20.0, so it's within the right IP addressing 255.255.255.0/24. So that is good. Now basically the reason all this is working because I have earlier on configured them in the first lab. Now for this VLAN, I didn't enable DHCP, and the reason is because it is for management. So you want to have command and control over which devices are assigned IP addresses within that VLAN. So basically you want to statically assign it, so that's what we're going to do. 192.168.99.3, that is good. 192.168.99.1, that's the default gateway, and this should also be nice. So with this IP address, we can also telnet into the switch. So you want to do that. Let's see, 192.168.99, and the IP address on the switch is 10. There you go. It should be in. So yes, we are already in, as you can see from the prompt. So that is good. Now you want to further test out these ones. They are all talking to each other, which is nice. And because inter-VLAN routing is also enabled, they can ping across the network. The first one gonna fail, that is normal, and then you want to do this. There you go. So next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna enable this. We're gonna enable this switch as a VTP server. Okay, so the config goes like this. Okay, now the first thing you want to do, show VTP start. Okay, so within our VTP domain, all the parameters are here. Like you can see, version is version 2, configuration revision is 6, maximum VLAN supported locally is 255, number of existing VLANs 8. This switch is already in server mode. You need to give it a, you need to place it within a VTP domain, and you also want to give it you want to change the mode, so we're going to be in pruning mode. That is also important. So what we're going to do is this. So VTP domain. Okay, now you can give it, generally you can give it any switch, but in an actual enterprise environment, that is normally designed in a way that the engineers normally do. But for package tracer and for understanding, I'm just going to give it this domain. That should also work. VTP domain code.com. Okay, next you want to give it a password, VTP password, Cisco. Okay, next VTP version. You don't want to use version 1. Version 1 is insecure. Version 2 is the most secure one. So you do 2. That is nice. And to verify whether the VTP is a server or a client, you can do VTP mode server. And you see, device mode already VTP server. Now we can do show VTP status. Okay, version 2 configuration is 1, locally maximum VLAN supported locally 255, VTP mode server, VTP domain name is code.com, VTP version 2 mode is enabled. Now VTP pruning mode is disabled, and VTP traps generation is disabled. Once we have an additional switch added to this network, VTP pruning mode will be enabled, because that switch will be a client switch. That is nice. Okay, next we want to do SSH. What if we configure SSH? In the next lab, that's exactly what we're going to do. So this going to end this configuration for this lab. So want to do copy run start, and it saves our running configuration. That should be fairly easy, isn't it? I'm guessing. But this will be it, and on the next lab we will configure SSH to enable secure login remotely and locally. I'd like to thank you. Please like the video. You can subscribe. That will also be nice. Thank you.